Okay people, how you doing? Thought we'd start another live because I watched some back in my drive home. It's a bit buffery and it's a bad stream, to be honest with you. So, I'm just going to highlight some of the points I made in my last stream that you might find interesting. My first point is to Brian Acker, the days of Noah, the truth shall set you free. He's got multiple channels, but Brian, stop commenting on my videos. I've seen what you're about. I've seen your search history, your recommendations, well before anybody else did. Well before anybody else did. In fact, you were on Glenn's channel, and Glenn was praising you for having the balls for coming on to speak to him, and he praised you and praised you and praised you. I was in the chat trying to tell everybody what you're all about. Glenn just ignored it. Maureen was in the chat, she could see what I was saying, but Glenn continued to praise the guy over and over again, and I knew this. I was on, how you doing, Itchy from Austin? I was on Validation Boy's chat, his chat stream. I was trying to tell Validation Boy on April the 1st about Brian. April the 1st. Because I seen this shit in March. I seen Brian's, because Brian's trying to debunk people. He's using a share screen software, and he's showing his own screen. And I've seen his recommendations, and he had like Russian gymnasts and stuff. And I'm not saying he's a, I'm not saying he's a whatever it is, but to me that didn't fit right with me. And he was hanging about all the chats, and I was trying to warn people to just ignore the guy, just ignore him. He's a weirdo, he's into weird stuff. But nobody would listen. And that was back in April, March, April. And now everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. Everyone's jumping on Brian. We've got Laurie Gale, we've got Glenn, we've got Mo, we've got Jeff Stewart. And Jeff Stewart, that's another one, Jeff Stewart. The guy I done a hangout with, Lanny, really nice guy. He had a bit of misunderstanding with Maureen. I think he had a picture or something like that, and it was between Maureen and Lanny anyway. And Glenn put Lanny's picture on besides the search history of Brian's, so Lanny trolled her a wee bit. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. It doesn't matter. Jeff Stewart phoned Lanny's work. Jeff Stewart phoned Lanny's work. Come on, what the hell is this all about? This is actually, I'd say this is child abuse, phoning the guy's work to try and get him fired, because you're taking food out his kid's mouth. You're taking, Jeff Stewart, you're taking food, well, you're trying to take food out of Lanny's family's mouth, out of kids' mouths, and that's just as bad as child abuse. When you're trying to ruin a guy's livelihood, and his kids are part of that, and you want that. You want that, Jeff Stewart. You need to get a grip, mate. You need to go and get a job and stop acting like an old woman, hanging about with the old women. You sound like an old woman, Jeff. But anyway, Validation Boy's there. How you doing, mate? And I said to Validation Boy about Brian back in April, like I said, and Validation Boy said it. He read the chat like he does. That's why it's good to go invite VB's hangouts, because he reads the chat. And he read out what I said about Brian, that he was looking at Russian gymnasts. And the point of it was, we need to ignore these people. We need to ignore people like Brian. We can't keep giving them publicity, because other weirdos are looking for other weirdos to exchange photos, exchange stuff with. And how do they find each other? They probably find each other because people are exposing them, and nothing's getting done. Jeff Stewart's phoning people's works, but nothing's getting done to Brian. Do you know what I mean? So, and Jeff, you can try phoning my work. Like I said, I've worked there for nearly 20 years. My boss would laugh at you. In fact, I'll tell my boss about you. Give him a heads up, give him a warning that there's a flat earther going to phone him. But I had to just put this out there, that everybody, including Dan Pratt, and they're to try and make these threats to Brian. And I knew Brian was a weirdo. I knew it. And now Glenn's trying to class me as fucking part of that crew. Are you having a laugh, Glenn? You've been promoting Brian. You've been, if any other perverts are on the internet or on YouTube, they know where to go now because of you. You've showed them where to go to get their stuff. When we really should have ignored these people, blocked them for the chats, and just ignored them completely. But you're giving them promotion. You're giving these creeps promotion. Unless you've got to kick down the door yourself and arrest them, that's all you're doing. You're just promoting them, Glenn. That's all you're doing. And I was the first. You were praising the guy, Glenn, when I was telling everybody he's a weirdo. And you never listened. No one listened, apart from Validation Boy. Anyway, like I said, this whole jumping in the Brian thing, I knew this about the guy months ago. And the best thing people can do, block him, ignore him. Because all you're doing is you're giving him a platform to be noticed by other weirdos. If other weirdos want pictures or that, they know where to go now. Because this guy's getting a lot of attention. If we just ignore him, he'll not even get heard, he'll not even get seen on the internet. But instead, everybody's now talking about him. So now I have to make this video to say, you're a bit late on the boat, guys. Especially you, Jeff Stewart, you're trying to grab onto this so you can make money for your fucking e-begging on your channel. It's pathetic. It's fucking pathetic, Jeff. Phoning people's work, it's pathetic. Doxing people is pathetic, especially guys like Lanny, who doesn't look at child stuff and that. Why not dox Brian? Why not dox Brian? Anyway, guys, I just had to clear that up from my last stream. Take it easy. Have a good week.